welcome to the inaugural episode of the Dorans podcast. Do we have a name for it yet?
The Dorans podcast. Sure.
Podcast, okay.
That works.
Dory's home.
Dory's home podcast.
Dory Talks.
Dory Talks. Yes, that's good.
I still try to get Dory to catch on more. I made the stickers last year and everything.
Yeah, those worked for sure.
A little bit.
Yeah. And we have the Twitch emotes now. And
Twitch emotes are very good. Of course, we'll be out with that. But upon introductions, I mentioned Olby, but who are you?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Nienke. I'm the new chair of Dorans this year. Very excited. Can't wait to start the year and work on all the things we have in mind.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm Maud. I'm the commissioner of esports and the old chair of Dorans. So if you've got any questions about how to wrangle some people, I can help a little bit in that aspect. For the rest, I'm just very excited about you had the idea for this podcast. So
True.
Where did you get that from?
Well, we kind of yoinked it from DSEA, which is the association.
Say that on air.
I think that's fine. They get the credits for it.
Okay.
DSEA, they started the podcast. DSEA, by the way, is the student association, esports association from Delft.
Mm-hmm.
So they started the podcast and we saw the announcement and I was like, yo, that's actually a sick idea.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Not that much
Let's
work.
do it. Yeah. No, for sure.
Huh. It sounds like a good idea. So we're here now. We're going to try it out. We're going to see how long it sticks and if people actually like it.
Exactly.
But, we have a couple of topics ready.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to the first one, the introduction weeks.
Yeah, sure.
How did it go? It was pretty stressful for you, I'm guessing.
Yes, it was. It was a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one full week full of intro markets. So from the Radboud and from the Han as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then 4 sports days, and we also had a LAN with Thalia, which is the computer science study association. And then afterwards we had the tournaments, but I think you know more about the tournaments.
Yeah, that was in the second week afterwards. Where in your experience before we go to the tournaments and stuff like that,
sure.
Where do we get where do we find the most people that would be likely to join Dorans? What was the most
I think at the Radboud intro market we had a lot of interest.
Mm-hmm.
So many people came up to us and were like, yeah, I play games.
Yeah, of course.
We had some people walking around with boards with all these questions what games do you play, for example, and everyone was super excited to add their game to the boards.
Yeah.
I think a very good idea.
Or look for their own game on the board.
Look for their own game.
See who was already on there.
It was a good conversation starter, and that's I think we got a lot of people interested with that.
Whose idea was that one?
I think it was Marcelo's.
Marcelo?
Yeah.
He's got good ideas as well. Marcelo being one of the new board members as well. I think he's the secretary.
Yes, true.
I should know our own board's position if I know, but it's okay if I don't.
Just started the year.
Yeah, so we had the intro tournaments the week afterwards, of course. We had, it was League on Monday.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Did you play at all?
I did not play in the League One.
You only played Fellow?
I played Fellow, yes.
Okay.
And Among Us, that was also
okay. Among Us was very nice, yeah.
No, but Fellow was also very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I myself played at a kind of a small LAN party with 4 people.
Nice.
Yeah, we played all together and it was very fun. We had a really bad team. People signed up and they only played in the beta and they weren't diamond in the beta.
Yeah.
And then they were now bronze or something, but they filled in plat in the fourth. So we had a very bad team, but that's made some very funny scenarios. Yeah. So actually it was very fun to play. Yeah. We became a 7 out of 9, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. You often have that with the intro tournaments that there's a lot of people playing.
Yep.
We try to make the teams as fair as possible.
It's hard to balance.
We actually shout out to Simon for that. He sat down. He was at my house watching the LEC playoffs or something.
Yeah.
And he all of a sudden just said, "I'm going to write code." And then he went on my computer and he just started writing code for how to automatically sort teams for the intro tournaments.
Uh-huh.
And then the next day, he had sent himself the code on Discord. He had finished it, and he said, well, okay, here, we're going to try it now. And then we spent another half day on it. And then it would automatically make teams based on certain criteria.
That's awesome.
So it was very, very nice. And it helped streamline the process a lot more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that was very nice. And then we redid the code for Valorant as well, for League, of course.
Yeah.
But like, shout out to Simon for that. He helped a lot with making the teams in that way. Yeah, the Among Us night was nice as well.
Among Us night was very nice. Yes, that was very casual. It was not really a tournament. But we just chilled in call and played some very fun games. I got imposter like way too many times. Yeah, and some people just gave the right clues and no one listened to them. It was a lot of heartbreaking.
Yeah, of course. That's just how Among Us is.
Yes, but they got us closer together.
Yeah,
so that was fun.
Oh, that's always nice. It feels worth it when it feels like it's bringing everyone closer together.
Exactly.
And very much feels worth it. But yeah. So how was it organizing all of that then as well? All of the intro.
It was. I really like organizing stuff, so that was very fun.
I would hope so.
We had a lot of different teams setting up like the markets or the intro tournaments. Like they were all different people, and I kind of tried to like have an overview of that and make sure everyone was doing their part. So for me, it was a lot of keeping an overview, making sure everyone knows what they have to do. And I think it was right.
Yeah, I think you did a very good job, at least for me. I know that I often need like a little bit of extra like reminder to do something and then really on top of it, which is very, very nice. Also helped make the introduction server. I started off and then I looked back at it and suddenly had 16 million extra channels. That was interesting to see.
Yeah, no, I was in America and it was like 2 a.m. or something and I didn't want to sleep, so I was like, okay, let's just make the intro tournament.
I know that feeling very, very well. I do that with writing new books for competitions and stuff.
Exactly.
No, fuck it, just
2 a.m. is the best time to
2 a.m. is the best time to work on anything.
Yep.
And we have the House Cup, which opened up. I said the teams were released today.
Yeah.
It's an interesting little segue to something else in Dorans.
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, you want to explain a bit more what it is for the people that don't know.
I was like scrolling through I think it was Twitter and Instagram, and I saw some like Hogwarts house, and I was like, why don't we have like a team-based thing within Dorans? It's like, we don't have enough people for 4 houses, but if we can make 2, I think it would be nice, and take the Dorans colors. Yeah. So, yeah, then I was like, how can people earn points? So they can come to for example, the trainings are all worth 1 point. If they come to an activity, that's worth 2 points. For example, this will already have happened once this airs, but the D&D activity that's today is worth 2 points, and then the monthly member string, because this is a Monday. It's the first Monday of the month, is it? No, but it's the first one where we're doing a member string.
Yeah, first member string of the year.
Yeah, well, the first member string of the year also 2 points per person who goes there. And then the tournaments, which are, well, we saw that as well. I did a no-nonsense 30-second stream.
Yes.
It spun a wheel. We chose Valorant, and now we're going to have a Valorant tournament on somewhere in October.
Yes, super hype
or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're going to have a tournament for that. And the entire idea was also, we didn't have a lot of tournaments, and the tournament committee themselves also, there's a lot of new members in there, and they want to learn how to set up a tournament, but they don't really know how.
Yeah.
So having a lot of smaller tournaments to like let them organize, I think it's going to work out very well. We have very active bunch of people there who want to help with that.
Exactly, for sure.
Yeah.
And also for like the online community, right? That like can't always come to Nijmegen to the trainings here. So they also like can participate in at least cool tournaments.
All the tournaments except for if Smash gets chosen will be online, which is also, I think,
offline. Right?
Offline.
Yes,
online.
exactly.
Online. Yeah, Smash will be offline, and the rest will be online.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, but that's, I don't know. I like it a lot. Now we have people put into 2 teams, and we can hopefully get like a little rivalry going. People can learn, like, get to know new people, and all you have to do to sign up is just go to the Discord. This will be for the entire year as well for anyone listening. You can go to the Discord, and you can go to the link for the sign up, and there you can still sign up. We'll randomly put you in a team, heads or tails. I think heads is Lapis and tails is gold.
All right, sure.
I'm pretty sure. But that's basically how the House Cup is going to work.
All year round, right?
Yes, exactly. And we'll be live updating I made the Google Sheet so that in the back end you input the exact amount of points, and you can see throughout the year both teams battling it out with like a chart, which is currently empty. But hopefully by the time it airs, there'll be a bunch of points in it. And
it started today, so
yeah, exactly. We're going to have tonight, and will be the first points that people get.
What do you win?
What do you win?
Yeah, what do you win?
You can, well...
What are we doing?
No, thank you for asking. Actually, the winning team gets a place on the website for all of eternity, meaning that you have your name on the website, and then under a special little sub-tab somewhere, which says winners 2023 to 2024 of the House Cup. And hopefully it will be a thing that continues throughout the years, and then you can see the winners every year.
Yeah, nice.
But I'm looking forward to it, and all the chaos it brings with it.
What team are you on?
What team? I think I'm on gold. I'm not sure.
See?
I'm gonna look it up actually. Are you on gold as well?
I'm on gold. Yes.
So it's the
Let's
it's
go
the
team
team. I
gold.
don't think all of the board is on the same team though, is it? Are you?
I'm not sure.
You don't know? I can look it up real quick. So you are on team gold. I am also on team gold.
Let's go.
For the rest, let's see, are there any board members on team Lapis?
Yes, Julian.
Julian is on team Lapis. Uh-oh. Or is it, or Marcelo hasn't signed up yet. And Nono, I think I
gonna do it.
He was, but where's Nono? Nono's also on team gold.
Cool.
So
All right.
rules of like,
But Lapis has the old board member, has he?
true.
So Nienke and Bram.
Yeah, yeah. Lapis does have the old board members. Also created those shields in like a coat of arms generator somewhere online.
Yeah.
So we're looking at
They're
that sheet.
sick now, though.
Mm-hmm.
I really like them.
No, me too. It's a golden bird and a lapis dragon.
hmm
Yeah. No, this was interesting.
Talking about signups, though. What other signups are there?
What are the signups? You talking about Academy League / DCS?
For sure.
Yeah. So for everyone listening, I don't know when will this air. Probably next week somewhere.
Yep.
Before the Academy League actually starts.
Yes, I think so.
So Academy League is going to get renamed to DCS, which stands for. Do you know?
Oh, no. I should know now. No.
No. You gotta try.
afraid to butcher it.
DCES. Come on.
DC.
The D should be
The
easy.
Dutch.
Dutch. Very good.
C would stand for college.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Esports.
Yeah.
S
The S.
is the
LCS. LEC. You know what's the S in LCS stand for?
That's league terms, man.
Yeah, no.
I can't do league terms.
The series. So it's the Dutch
series.
College Esports Series.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's basically what the Academy League was last year. It's starting the 9th of October with the sign for it closing the 2nd of October. I'm organizing it with 3 other members, Yuri from Blue Shell, Jelle from Blue Shell, and Twan from DSCA. So us stealing the podcast from them, even though I'm doing something with a member of DSCA, is not always the most
I think it's a compliment for them, though. So
of course,
it's a genius idea.
yeah, it is genius idea, just like DSCA is really
Yes,
smart.
For sure.
But yeah, so we're going to be setting that up again, meaning that if you haven't signed up for a team yet and you do want to play not professionally but casually, but every week and have teammates and whatever, make sure to sign up for Valo CS League or Rocket League, because well, after the sign-ups close, it'll be until like December before you can join the league again.
True.
So,
So you have to wait for the next bit.
Yeah, February starts. Split 2 will start. So
Cool.
but and also gives Dorans good shit if we do well, because of the DSL points.
That's DSL.
DSL?
Plain. Yeah.
Wow, DSL is the Dutch student league, but they're owned by Unlocked, which is a Belgian company, I think. They started at least in Belgium. And they basically, for all of the different esports associations throughout the Netherlands, the student esports associations, they have them in like a pool, just like we would have a round robin pool or playoff pool or whatever. And every tournament that members of ours attend, and the better they do, the more points we get. And at the end, we also get some money for that from Unlocked, which is very nice because they help
Nice.
support us.
Yeah.
So if we get more teams into the Academy League, we'll get more points. And if those teams do better, we'll get more points as well. Have to
All
stop
right.
calling it Academy League though, because it's now DCS. it's just gonna like stick in there.
Yep. Well,
It's gonna be hard to get out.
so DCS and DSL are both different tournaments, right?
Yes, they are. This is I've got this question.
Exactly.
So many, not just Dorans as well. There's so many people randomly messaging me what the difference is.
Yes.
So do you know the difference actually? Can you explain?
For me, I think the difference is that DSL is more competitively focused. So the more high elo players will go there and compete with other high elo players, even though they also have some other tournaments. But there's just for the DCS, the most fun part is that like every rank can join.
Yes.
There are way more teams as well because of that. So you have a lot more different opponents. It's more balanced. So yeah, I think that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, it is. The one thing that you have touched on it is that DSL can only have one team join, or DCS can have a bunch of teams join.
That makes
sense. I think you kind of mentioned in there, but not directly, which is a big difference because then for DSL you send your selection team, or for DCS you can send all of your teams, and then they'll be put in a division with hopefully have enough teams, equal playing field.
Yep.
And then everyone will have a good time. It's also, like you said, more casually focused. Just every week you play a best of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Cool.
Hey, you want to go? I see you eyeing the computer. Do you want to go to the next topic?
Sure.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. We have tournaments and how they'll be handled this year. We have the Magic the Gathering League that has been set up by Thomas and Certus, also known as
I
DAO.
want to talk about that one. That's super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the NTG League. So Thomas, the old chair as well, Dorans, old treasurer as well, and I think old secretary.
Just
for I was PR sponsor.
Yes, he did a lot.
And he did a lot of stuff. But he's very interested in Magic. He's been playing for like 16 years, which is I think less than a quarter of his life. He's like 69. But he wanted to play Magic. And he knew that there were people in Dorans as well who play Magic. So he wrote an entire rule book. He made an entire Google sheet and everything. And I think he'll be opening relatively soon. But we're going to make a Magic the Gathering League, which is for anyone who doesn't know, it's a card game owned by the same company that owns Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, it's very cool.
That's super awesome.
Very in-depth. But also we chose a format that is low cost to get into because the cards do cost money.
Yeah,
normally it's like easy.
Normally you have to pay like a lot of money to a draft and then get a set of cards.
Draft is not that much money because draft is, if you know the format, now we're going to go into Magic stuff, but draft is if you know the format, you basically buy a whole bunch of cards and then you pay around $15 worth of those packs, and then everyone opens them, picks the card that they want, then gives the pack over to the left, so you get a pack again from the next person because you're sitting in a circle, and then you open that, then you look at that pack, pick the card you want, and you do that until the cards are depleted, and then you do that with a new pack. So basically the entire point of draft is you don't come with a deck, you build the deck there and then play against the other people with the random cards you get.
Cool.
Whereas this league will be a pauper league, which pauper means that the cards can only be common or uncommon.
Okay.
Which means that they're also a lot more low cost than most other cards. That makes sense, It's $300, $400. There's the card that my username is named after Black Lotus.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it should be worth millions now. Or like 700k or something. Well, that card is also not like, it's super open, not allowed to be played and stuff.
Crazy card games.
Yeah, quote. But anyway, he set that up. So if you like MTG, please join that.
Yeah. Do you have any like idea when that's going to start?
No, you have to ask someone. Like I think, I'm pretty sure as soon as possible. The thing is, with Magic, you also need to give people time to build a deck.
Yeah.
Because they have to order cards and stuff like that. That can take like 2 weeks. So like I would give it another month before it starts, maybe, because you need 2 weeks to like let people register for it and then like build their decks and then be able to play.
Okay. I've never played Magic, but I'm hyped.
You can make a deck. I think a pauper deck costs around $25 if you get the cards.
I have some friends who are really into Magic, so
you're just gonna steal their cards. Okay,
I will steal
their cards. Then a point of complaint from last year from some people that some tournaments were canceled or changed. Do you know what we're gonna do? Is like we get more tournaments or change how we're doing tournaments, or do you have any information on that?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think most people now know Desk. Desk is the LAN, the big LAN that happened once in the previous years. But then last year it was sadly cancelled because there was just not enough people like willing to help or like being able to help and put the time into it. So this year for us it was very important that we will have a big tournament with Dorans this year.
Yeah, it's a big tournament for our players, a big LAN.
Players, exactly, and big LAN. Thing is that the tournament committee is still pretty low on
green,
pretty low on people, and the people that are in it are not very experienced. So if you're listening and you want to join the tournament committee, please do hit like ask one of the board members, and we can put you in. But now to make sure we will have this super amazing LAN, we have started a collaboration with Zephyr Eindhoven. And together with them, we will host a LAN in Eindhoven this year, which is a bit of a bummer because it's a bit further, but we will make it as easy as possible to get there.
Was I at the Zephyrland last year? I think I was, right? Is the one we sat with the board members next to each other?
Yes.
That was, I liked it very much. Is it still going to be a 3-day one?
Yes, it will be 3 days with tournaments like lasting basically most of the day.
That's the same way that desk was.
Exactly. So we will be in charge as Dorans for organizing those tournaments, just like a desk. So our tournament format will be on the Zephyrland, but they will also take care of like the casual side. So there will also be like Mario Kart setups and Smash. Smash will be pretty competitive, I think. But just a lot of other games as well that are very casual and just I don't know. In the middle of the night, you can play Among Us together and. You'll also be able to sleep there.
It was a lot of fun last year as well. They had, I think they had 2 entire halls like booked. They were in the sports center, I think.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of tables, a bunch of semi-professional setups that no one really played on.
Yep.
Which is weird, but we'll probably use those for a tournament if we can get them again this year.
Yep.
And then, there's a lot of people playing games together. And if we advertise it correctly, I think we can get a lot of people to like join.
Yeah.
Join that. Very cool. So that's the desk alternative.
Yes.
Because we have slightly greener Toko than we've had in other years.
Exactly. So hopefully with this, we will like give them more experience with hosting a LAN. Zephyr has a lot of experience, so I think we can learn a lot from them as well this year. So hopefully next year we can do it in Nijmegen ourselves. So this is more like a setup for next year as well. But it will be very like epic. There will be very big tournaments. We'll make it as easy as possible to get from Nijmegen to Eindhoven.
Yeah,
with
that's gonna be
all the PCs and stuff.
Yeah,
you will hear more about that later when things are confirmed.
Later in the year. Don't know. Do you know around what time it is?
April.
April. Okay.
We're now looking for the weekend of the 20th of April. So keep that in your agendas for now.
Of course. Well then, we were on the subject of tournaments. So that's desk dealt with.
Yes.
We also have EYT and NYI. So that's can you actually tell me what EYT and NYI stand for? I'm gonna continue quizzing you on Dorans.
Oh no. Okay, it's the mid-year invitational and the end of year tournament.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. So basically just our MSI and World League.
Exactly. Yep.
But those will hopefully still happen where you have to so for anyone listening for that, still trying to get the room as quickly as possible. And we can only book it from November onwards.
True. So we have to wait a little bit.
We have to wait a little bit to be able to book the room, but then we'll try and book the room, and those will happen. So those are actually here, slightly smaller scale than desks usually is.
Yes. But we'll be in the house building probably till like the middle of the night again, so we can play a lot of games to play all night.
Which is what EYT and NYI very much are for.
Exactly. That's super cool.
And then we have the House Cup tournaments, like rounded out, and slightly more tournaments as well throughout the year, but they're also, again, more casual, and they'll have also tournaments like Minecraft minigames in there.
Yes.
Which one are you most looking forward to? Besides, Valorant has already been chosen. I know that you're very partial to Valorant.
Is my favorite. That's very true. But next to Valorant, I think, Minecraft will be very cool. I love Minecraft. I love the game. So I think that will be very fun to, like, play in. And then I don't know, like there are a lot of fun games in there. Also Overwatch. I don't play Overwatch that much, but I really like playing Moira.
Is it free now? Or
it is free. Yes.
No, then it's good. Oh yeah, I remember looking at it. I think there's only like 2 games in there that are not free. I think Smashes
and Minecraft.
Yeah, Smash and Minecraft are the only 2 games.
Yeah.
But, okay, I'm personally looking forward to Trackmania.
Okay.
Because the tournament format for that is very different. It's not a tournament. It's if the game gets chosen, we'll open like a separate Discord channel on Discord.
All right.
Where we'll say to these, because do you know how Trackmania works?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's for the people who don't know, it's a racing game, which is more like a time trial simulator. There's a bunch of different maps. You play on this little cartoonish race car, and then you drive across these maps to try and finish as quickly as possible. So what we'll do at the beginning of the month, or like the period that we give for people to complete those maps, we'll give 5 maps, and then everyone can try and head-to-head get the fastest high score on them. They'll post proof that they got a certain score, and then we'll fill that in. on the sheet, and then the winner will be the one with the most points at the end of, like, the house with the most points at the end of that Trackmania thing. But I think it'll be very fun because then people can, like, you can come online, grind for, like, a high score, put it down, and then wait until someone tries to beat it.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun.
No, that sounds cool. Yeah.
Like, I think that'll be for 1 month. I think that'd be cool to have.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's hope it gets picked.
I very much hope it gets picked. Okay, do you have anything else? So we can talk about people. I think we're going to release... This is the idea that I had. I haven't spoken to you about it yet.
Oh,
but after this podcast goes out, in the description of the YouTube video or wherever, we'll post a form for the next podcast where people can ask their questions.
Yes.
So that we have a list of questions that we can answer.
Exactly.
And then they can be as goofy or gaffy as we want. We can ignore as many as we want, but take them as we want.
We can choose the
choose exactly which questions we like. So yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
So like, if you have any questions for the board or just what's coming up in Dorans, or if anything is unclear, or just a random question about a new game you played, or
if you want a question about us, if you want a question about the House Cup, if you want a question about anything to do like together with Zephyr.
Yep.
Any questions you can just ask us, and we can answer or ignore as many as we would like.
Exactly. That's for the next podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, do you have anything else really to mention? Because we will be having guests on the podcast at some point.
True. Yeah. So if you have any suggestions for guests as well, let us know.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Or if you want to be the guest, also let us know.
I know some people that want to be guests.
Yeah, cool.
Keep them, it's a little...
Yeah, it will be a little surprise.
Yeah, of course. Do you have anyone that you think would be a good guest that you would want to get?
I would really like to have Bart Ha on the podcast. Yeah, he is a very old Dorans member right now. He has a lot of he knows a lot about previous years of Dorans as well,
yeah, of course.
And everything outside of Dorans. So he has a lot of knowledge about the whole space here.
On that trend, I would like to interview two specific people. First off, Barack Obama. Second off,
understandable.
And second off, Dirko, the founder of,
for sure,
one of the founders.
That will be.
I think he would also be the kind of person to maybe take an interview if he has time.
Yeah,
might have to do it via the computer. I don't know how often he still is in Nijmegen.
Yeah,
but I think that would be
very nice.
And Barack Obama, of course.
And Barack Obama.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we have anything else to say, really?
I think that's the first podcast.
I think that's I think that's very good. Well, you want to sign it off? Do you want to have any sentence you want to...
Thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. Also, let us know if you liked it or not. If you have any suggestions. Make sure to share it with everyone you know. Inside Dorans, outside Dorans, we don't care. Let as many people hear about this as possible. And I think that's it.
Yeah. Have a nice day.
Yeah. See ya. Bye-bye.